Hi guys, and welcome to yet another speed build. Yes, we are breaking that drought this week with lots of speed builds. Well, I say that I don't know when this is actually going up. So today is Wednesday, the 14th of December. I'm recording this. Merry Christmas, and I've just recorded the voiceover for the futuristic living area, and I'm going straight onto this. And this build is like 35 minutes long, so I have no idea what the hell I'm going to talk about. But so, this build, I stumbled across a tutorial about building circles in The Sims 4 by Zoe, and her channel is the Great Simphony. I will link the tutorial and her channel down below. She does some amazing builds. She did like the city of Atlantis, so that is a huge circular build she done, and was it the Gardens of Babylon? Um, they're just amazing, colossal builds. I don't think you're ever going to see colossal builds like that for me, so you should definitely subscribe to her to go and see colossal builds. Um, but she did a tutorial for circles, and I had seen this image on Pinterest ages ago that I wanted to recreate in The Sims. Now, I thought I knew how to do it in The Sims, and then I realised that my idea was slightly flawed. So this is meant to look like a circle, okay? It's not meant to be like a hexagon or something. Um, it, well, you can make perfect circles in The Sims if you used a deck. Like, you can do foundations in with rounded corners and make it look like a circle. That's fine. And I also have custom content fences that are actually full height, so they would look like a wall. And I could do that to make the outside, so I could make this build perfectly circular and look just like the photo I've referenced. But it wouldn't act like it was a room. It would be like you're outdoors. You would have crazy lighting in the inside. And also, I was like, you couldn't get stairs to it because there's no flat edge for you to put stairs on. Because you can't put stairs on something that's round. And what else was the problem? You kind of couldn't get to the house even if it was flat. On flat ground you couldn't get to it because it would be like, I don't think the gate, you can't place gates on around something round either, so it just won't work. There needs to be, to have a circular building in The Sims work, you need to have a straight edge, and one that's not diagonal, because you can't place stairs on diagonals either. So yeah, so her tutorial totally inspired. Was like, oh, so I started playing around with the circles. This is like the smallest circle you can have that still has some kind of diagonal edges. This is the most circular it can look, if you get what I mean. If you built something any smaller than this is, I think, like 14 squares wide. If you go any smaller than that, they kind of look a bit more like hexagons. They're kind of straight edges and then just one diagonal and then back to straight again. So they look more square. I had to go this big just to make it look more circular. But ideally, I'd kind of like to go smaller, but it's not possible. It would look more boxy. Because this is meant to look really tall and slender, but so we had to do that by putting it on a foundation to make it look a little bit taller. So it worked out, thank God. I did build the whole exterior of this off camera before to try and figure out how it was going to work. It took me a long time. I was thinking, I got the tree and I was like, okay, I need a tree going through the middle. It's Treehouse. Well, what it's meant to look like is that it's kind of a new home built without disrupting the surrounding areas. So minimal disruption. If there was a tree there, they built round the tree so that they didn't have to destroy any plant life as they were building. It's meant to be like in the middle of a forest. So I needed a tree going all the way through the centre, and it had to go all the way to the top because there's going to be cutouts on each level for the tree to go through. And I got that tree and I just simply sized it up one and put it there. Now, it was going through the roof and I was like, oh God, how do I sort this? So then I built a basement and put it in the basement. The tree started in the basement and then it fit inside the shell of the house and I was all happy. I was like, okay, that's fine. And then it was just, the tree was just too wide. It was kind of, you just had no living space. The tree just took up the whole inside of this circle. So then finally I twigged, no, don't size up the tree. Just use multiple trees and move them up to make one slender tree. It has to be a slender tree in this, otherwise you just have no living space. So there are actually 3 trees that make up the centre tree in the building. And as I said, this is meant to look like you kind of just built around what was there. Minimal disruption, we're going to call it. So I have cut out a lot of this rock building thing around the side. See? I cut it all out for you. And we do put a swimming pool in. I changed it to one of those coloured water ones. What are they? It's got, is it meant to be like snow or something on it? It's got white stuff. I don't know what it is. But I've also put the steam and bubble things in, so that should look pretty cool in live mode. Yeah, see, there you go. So I just wanted it, it's not meant to look manicured at all. It's just meant to blend in. Unfortunately, with all of the lots in The Sims 4, all the surrounding area, it's kind of clear, where I'd like it if this lot was kind of just in the middle of everything. So maybe I needed to do a bigger lot and just put loads of trees around it so it looked like a forest area. But I think it kind of worked out semi-okay. And I'm using rocks, and let me tell you, I do not often use rocks in landscaping. I see kind of like Delhi and everyone that's great using these rocks and doing like natural pools. Like the Sim Supply has done an amazing build where it's just like a rock pool, some underground, amazing stuff using all these rocks. I find it so difficult. I don't know, my brain just doesn't work well with rocks, but I use them. I hope they look semi-natural maybe. But this build wasn't, I don't think it took me too long. Maybe 3.5 hours. Now for me, that's quick. Normally we're talking 4.5 hours. So 3.5, the aim in life is to get these builds down to like 2 hours. I think 2 hours is acceptable for a build. Considering this is on 4 levels, that was actually quite quick. And also, I had no idea how I was going to divide up this space. It's pretty taxing on my brain to work out how we were going to divide up this space. I knew I wanted to keep different things on different levels. So the downstairs, we have the kitchen and the dining area. And kind of keep it on separate levels so that we actually had stuff to fill up the space. You could have really just fitted in everything on one level, but that wouldn't have looked good. So here I am trying to work out this kitchen. And the problem here, of course, is diagonals. And our kitchen units do not fit on diagonals. So there's me avoiding the diagonals and working on straight edges only. So I wish we had a circular, do you know, I've just realised I could have done a circular thing around the tree. Oh, what an idiot. I could have so made that circular because we have curved edges. Oh, see, I told you I should never watch my builds back, but I have to do the voiceover. Oh well. If you get it, you can change it. Of course, as always, kitchen by Peacemaker. I'm trying to figure out a way as well of listing all of my CC that I use. Um, I'm thinking maybe it might be best to kind of have a big clear out so that I don't use random people's CC that I don't know where it's from. Most of the stuff I use, I know where it's from. Maybe clutter items, not so much. But large bits of furniture and stuff, I always know where I get it from. So, but it's just the amount of time it takes me to build, and then the amount of time it takes me to edit it and do the voiceover and then do the thumbnail. The last thing I kind of want to do is sit down and list all the CC. So if there is any CC in this that you want to know where it's from, just ask. I'm more than happy to tell you. I just can't be bothered to do it at the time of building it. Hopefully, maybe there's some way I can figure out how to do it. Because, I don't know, if my channel grows any bigger, I will get too many questions of where stuff is from. So I kind of have to come up with a solution soon. But, yeah. Until then, I can only hope for something. So I have used that. I think I used that rock coffee table. Love it. Never used it before. Never had the chance. This interior is meant to look kind of elements from the outside. You know, if you've decided to build a house round a treehouse, I'm pretty sure you kind of like your environment that you're in. So you probably will have a few elements from what is outside and bring it inside. What if and I really do like those City Living leather dining chairs. I haven't ever used. They've got like a sofa and an armchair for those. I've never used them. I don't think I really like them as that. I like them as dining chairs, maybe not living chairs. And I have this chair. I've forgotten. It's a famous designer chair. And I've had this. I think I had this in like The Sims 2 and The Sims 3. I love this chair. In real life, I will know that I have made it once I get that chair. It's like thousands of pounds, this chair. One day, maybe. And I put this chair in, and I'll tell you, it's got the most amazing view from this chair. I think we changed the position of it, like the angle of it, maybe a little bit. But it's an amazing view from there. I would love to have that view in real life. I'm looking at my view right now. My view, I tell you, from my window it's not so pretty. My next door neighbours, well, long story. Back in the day when we were little, I think the fence fell down, our fence fell down, and the neighbours didn't like having no privacy, and we hadn't fixed the fence, so they planted conifers. Now, these conifers are the disgusting ones that grow extra fast, and you need to make sure that you trim them or they will get out of control. Now, they have not trimmed them and they are out of control. These conifers are like taller than our house. Yeah. Luckily, they have actually trimmed the underside of them, but before I had no light coming into my bedroom because they were literally just blocked by conifers. So I can only dream of having such an amazing layout as there is, well, amazing view as there is in this build. And yet again, I have used the City Living dividers. Love them. I wish, do you know what would be great? If they could get some of the top CC build or even regular CC creators to kind of get their input on what we would like to see in like content we would like to see in packs. Because I don't know, maybe there was this, okay, I'm on Tumblr, don't bother following me, I don't do anything on there apart from download CC. Maybe that will be somewhere I'd actually have to post what CC's in my builds. Anyway, I was on there and there was an image that I saw someone shared, and it was like hair created by a AAA grade creator, right? So anyone that's basically employed by The Sims. And it's like this Japanese guy, and he's got this horrible, terrible choppy wig on his head. And then content created for free by a huge fan of the game. So, you know, a CC creator, and it's this amazing hairstyle, angled bob, looks amazing. It's so true. It's like some of the stuff in The Sims, you're like, oh my God, no. But CC creators, they have this passion and they do it all for free, and they're doing it because they love the game, which is the same thing why I do this, because I love the game. But whoever did the dividers and whoever worked in City Living, they did a really, really good job. I would say it's the best content so far that we've had is City Living. Actually, Get Together content was really good. They had so many windows and doors and loads of stuff in Get Together. And I remember before Get Together was launched, everyone was like, oh, why Get Together? What the hell? What kind of title's that? It's terrible, it's terrible, it's terrible. And then all the Simmers went to Sims Camp and they reviewed it. And it was amazing. There was so much stuff. That was a really, really good expansion, actually. Just whoever did the title of Get Together that they let the rest of the pack down. The title was just not good. That was it. The title let it down. But luckily the content was great. So thumbs up on that one. I suppose I should talk about the build a bit more. So I have used those dividers to divide up the space, hence the name dividers. And they work really well. I've put beams in as well. They break up the space. It was all about trying to make it not look empty. So that's what the dividers help with. I wanted to put as few walls in this as possible, so it is still completely open plan, but there is still a sense of different spaces and areas to work with. I do love this TV up on the dividers. I did that in Penny Bizzazz's apartment for the first time, and I was like, that was a good idea. Let's do it again. And this time you've got the tree coming through it, so it looks even better. Black with the green. That could in a different build look kind of oriental, but loves it. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, dividing the space. I've only used walls in this build for the bathrooms. So I realised when I got to this point, I was like, oh, I'm doing all this stuff. And then I was like, oh, there is no bathroom. It maybe might have been helpful to put a bathroom downstairs. But I was like, no. If we're inviting someone around, they're going to come up into your living area, aren't they? So we've put a bathroom there. I wanted it so that when you look from the front, you don't see any walls. So I think we kind of go with that. That's why I put all those windows on the stairs as well, so that you can see all the way through the building. That's the main idea, to be able to see all the way through the building. But this bathroom I quite like. I've used Peacemaker's, what is it called? Hampton's Getaway. That's where the bath is from. The toilet's from his Serenity bathroom pack, and that is regular base game stuff. That's right, people. Base game sink. I think I've used that in another build as well recently. No, I can't have. No, only this one. Okay. I have just recorded, as I said before, I've just recorded the voiceover for Futuristic Build. In that, I have asked if there is any, if you want me to do a CC free build. That's right, CC free. So if you haven't seen that and you've just seen this, if you would like to see a CC build, let me know. If it gets much of a response, then I will do one. And also, what kind of CC build? No CC build you'd like to see. So, if there's any theme. I kind of work better if I have a theme. I think everyone works better if they have a theme. I'm not one of those builders that can just open up a lot and go, oh, I feel like building today. Let me just go boop, 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 boop. Oh, there's an amazing mansion. I'm good, but I'm not that good. So I always research the hell out of stuff. For this one, actually, I didn't. See, I've just totally lost my point, haven't I? No, for this one, it was the outside was taken as an inspiration. Oh, and I know why this interior looks like it does. The designer chair, the one downstairs that's got the footstool that I talked about wanting, that one I could, in the reference photo, I could see that inside. So it kind of had a mid-century modern contemporary look. So that's where I went with this. Literally, the whole interior is just based on that one chair, which is why the chair had to be in this build. So that's why. And in this one, this is the kind of entertainment area because there is a bar here. We have karaoke. I love these. Are they sofas? Yeah, love these sofas with the high back. This is now the second time I've used them, which I'm loving. And this is from City Living as well, and I think it's got like a little flame fire pit thing in the middle, so loving that one. And here, I'm sorry about this bar. Now, for some reason, I had a total brain fart when it came to what to put on the bar. As you can see, like, I am taking my sweet time, and I end up putting a light on there. I think there's like 2 random glasses, but I'm coming back again. I couldn't figure out what to put on the bar. Like, this is speeded up to like 6. Yeah, it's 6 times faster than I've built it. I just can't figure out what to put on the bar. Let me know down below what should I have put on that bar. I also didn't put any kind of clutter stuff in the kitchen. Maybe I just forgot about that. Well, I put books down there. It's meant to look kind of spaciousy, minimalist. No, it's not minimalist. It's meant to look like, yeah, there's plenty of wood in this build. So it's meant to be inside a wood. Yeah, I've tried to use this again. I'm pretty sure I don't, so don't worry. There has to be lots of wood in this because it's meant to be in a forest. So that's what I went with. But I do like the tree. It doesn't encroach on your living space too much. So, of course, that's always a good thing. And, normally I don't like plants glitching into walls and stuff like that. Now, if you see that in one of my builds, please tell me off. Slap me. And I will never do it again because that is one of the things that I hate is when plants glitch through walls. Now, unfortunately in this build, of course, it's unavoidable, so don't slap me for this one. But in any other ones that you see that I do, I normally take the time to do all the landscaping, then go back and make sure that there aren't any plants going through the wall, because that's just a pet peeve. But yeah, I think there's a few in this. I think in this bathroom up here. So this is basically a huge, massive bachelor pad. Well, it could be for a couple with no kids. If you're going to want kids, you're gonna have to change the floor below to have bedrooms because this does not. Of course, I wanted everything to kind of be open. So that meant no walls. So good luck figuring that out of how to put a bedroom downstairs with no walls. I'll leave that to you. But for now, just the one bedroom and ensuite bathroom. And I put all those living dividers up here. It's meant to kind of make it be more private. Of course, the Sims have no problem with not having any privacy, but for, to make it look kind of feasible that someone could live up here, I've put all of these dividers. I think they're meant to kind of be like sunscreens or something like that. Yeah, that's what they're meant to kind of look like. And I put all those windows in as well into this bathroom. And yeah, oh, I've skipped a floor, haven't I? And I do change the colour of this, yeah, because I wanted it to look slightly more unisex than feminine. Obviously, I'm a girl and I just tend to do stuff with, it had a pink pillows, and I was like, no, I don't really see a single female living here. I see it as it could be a single male or a couple, but I don't see a single female living here. So that's why I changed the bed colour. And here, my other favourite thing to do, of course, of late is to have walk-in shower rooms. I think those look cool, so that's what I put in here. And also, so I have been on a slight mini hiatus from building. I did have this build video ready. It just needed the voiceover, and I also had the futuristic reception area build ready to go, but I had no voiceover. So my kind of stance is that I don't like videos that just have music. I like videos that have people talking rubbish on them, which is what I aim to do in this video for 35 minutes. So let me know, would you rather I just did the build, and if I don't have time to do a voiceover, if I just put the music on, is that something that you would like? Or would you rather wait a little bit and get my babbling for 35 minutes? And I did try and cut this to shorter, so don't blame me, but I couldn't. So I wanted you to see everything. I did cut out all of these city living dividers being put on upstairs. I cut that out for you. See, I'm so nice to you. Anyway, yeah, we're just going through and putting all these little bits. Oh, and that, I love that. That is, I think, the favourite thing, even above the dividers, is that one painting. Well, it's not painting, is it? It's a kind of sculptural wall piece from City Living. Love it. And of course, we had the vintage glamour stuff get released, and so the next build after this, yes, I know what order I'm releasing these builds, so you've already seen futuristic has already been released by the time you're seeing this one, so I'm releasing that today, and then this one I'm not sure when I'm releasing it, but after this one will come my next build, which is going to be a Upper East Side New York apartment. And of course, vintage glamour stuff, everyone is doing builds from it. Hopefully you've seen all those and you haven't got too bored. Mine is not kind of going to be vintage glamour. Oh, I just hit my mic. It's not going to be vintage glamour. It's just going to be glamour. Using some things from the vintage glamour stuff back. So it's not going to be the whole I'm going Art Deco thing. It's just going to be luxurious and glamorous rather than vintage. They've just got some really good pieces in there. They've got 2 new beds. I'm sure you're so happy about the fact that there's 2 new beds. Apparently, basically, from when we complain about stuff not being in the game, it basically takes them a whole year before they can show you that they listened. So like a year ago we were saying, oh my god, there's no beds, there's been no beds since the base game, we're like, how can you release all these expansion packs and have no beds? Well, they were listening, and so we had new beds in City Living, so that of course was in development a year ago, and also vintage glamour stuff was in development then, so that's why we have new beds in that. So what else can we complain about so that we can get more stuff? Oh, so I saw, it was James Turner of the Sim Supply. He was complaining about the lack of kitchen cabinets. Obviously, I have CC, so I don't complain about this. But I would, if I had no CC and I had to use the cabinets that were in this game. over and over and over again, I think I'd cry. Like, there are no cabinets in this game that actually look nice. Like, sometimes I go for that kind of more traditional look, and there are some cabinets that kind of look nice. There's like these cabinets and they have all the moulding on them, and they're all black cabinets. Those, I could use those. But then there's like cabinets that are white with like blue on them, like, oh, disgusting. So yeah, I would second the fact that we just need more kitchen cabinets and also doors. Like, why is there no just plain door in the base game? I don't understand. Why has it got to be some disgusting wood thing with like a blue surround, and they don't make sense. I just like a white and a black door, and at a push I'd say some wood textures. I don't often use wood doors anyway in my builds. Normally just white or black, but that would also be nice. Oh, how have I gone on this like huge rant? It's because I'm forced myself to do this 35-minute voiceover. By the way, if you have got this far with all my babbling, well done. Give yourself a pat on the back. And also leave a comment down below to tell me that you actually made it this far, because I'd be so impressed. Because I think, you're like if you don't know, you have analytics to show how many views you get on your YouTube channel, and it has like the average view time for your videos. And I looked the other day and my average view time had gone down. Well, that is probably because I haven't released any new videos in the last week. But obviously you just don't like my babbling. So if you do want to just see my builds with just music, just let me know. I won't be offended. Also, on the point of not being offended. So, in the last 28 days, I've got 8 dislikes on my videos, which let me tell you, I am just as happy about those dislikes as the likes. Because in your analytics, it's actually a positive thing if you get dislikes. It just means that people interact with your videos. So any kind of interaction is good. It doesn't matter if it's a thumbs up or thumbs down. So do whatever you like on this video. Either way, it's good because yeah, it just means it kind of evoked a response, and that's supposedly a good thing. Yeah, if you just viewed it and it was like blah and just moved on, that's worse than doing a thumbs down. But really, I just out of curiosity, what is the last video you did a thumbs down on, and why? Because myself, I have never done a thumbs down on a video. Now, there are many times I was almost tempted to do it. Okay, so I will not name any names, but one time I discovered this new sim YouTuber, right? It was a she, and I was watching it, and she was building, and I clicked on the video because I was like, oh, I know that build. So I clicked on the video, watched it, and she proceeded to do the whole video and claim that the design was hers when I knew it was a famous floor plan design. Now, at that point, I almost clicked the thumbs down, and I almost left a comment saying, like, I don't care that you've copied a floor plan, but don't try and pass it off as your own. So anytime I do take something like this build from reference, I will let you know. It did not just pop out of my head. So, sorry, rant over. Yeah, why do you click the thumbs down? Why? I've never done it. Maybe I will. Maybe we're going to thumbs down rampage soon. And our famous chair that inspired the whole entire interior. So this is available on the gallery, #Harry. Don't forget to click that advanced button so that you see content that has custom content in it, which all of my content does. So I hope you like this, and I've managed to do this whole voiceover in one go. Woo! I'm so proud of myself. So thanks for watching, and I suppose hopefully I will see you all next time. Like, I hope I haven't scared you off or anything, because that would kind of be awkward, you know. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.